washing machine pump ordered.
Oh, is something going on with the washer?
Yeah, the left one blew up.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know, it's like, because the right one's the old one, that one's like 6 years old, and the left one's only like 2 years old. I guess 2 years is a long time for a pump. We don't treat them very well.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And it's only a $20 part, so it's like, there's, takes an hour to put in.
Alrighty, let's go over some jobs. It's Friday, so that's super exciting. Excited for the weekend. Even though I don't have any crazy plans, it's just, it's nice. So it looks like you got partially taped in here. I'm sure that hanging on the inside of the windows and the bead around it took a decent chunk of time. So now you're up to the point where
It'll be close, yeah. It'll be close. I think so. I don't want to say for sure.
it's good.
I'm not at the estimating part. Yeah, that's. Thanks to it took me a long time.
Yeah.
Like the window sills themselves are slow too.
I had to
Yeah.
prep them all. There were, staples, screws,
Yeah.
a lot of
there.
things.
Yeah, we tried to get them out as fast as we could, but
Do you want that perfect 90 for that top bit?
Yeah, I put a couple of them up. I did one for the top
Do you
bit.
have some?
Yeah, I don't know if I have enough left to finish all of it.
Do you have some in your van?
I only have the one, and I think it's still there.
Yeah, so I did it with also the 4 up and downs. If you see, I used perfect 90 on those.
On these?
Open angles, yeah. No. Those.
on
this?
Whoever his mouse is.
right here, on this one, and he's
Oh, okay.
gonna put it on
Those they were the open angles, just like the ceiling.
Yeah, where
We didn't do
it's-
bull nose on those ones?
Those are bull nose on the outside. The inside is the.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because there's this little turn right here, so the wall goes right here, and then towards that, and then,
Yeah. Well, if we need to go grab some more, obviously, feel free.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking really nice. Obviously a decent chunk of work here, so just put your mind into it and finish it. Just kidding. I'm sure you'll be pretty decent today. And then
Do they have the perfect 90 at Newport or no?
It's like on the, where the sponge crap is, it's on the top.
Right.
Well, by the glue.
Alright.
At least last that I looked, I haven't bought it. That perfect 90 we have, no joke, I bought like so many years
It's a
ago.
great product. I mean, it's such a cleaner look,
Tell you what, it holds up really well too. Demoing, they had when we demoed that wall, they had some on those angles, and it was a pain in the ass to rip off. Like it holds up really well. So, yeah. And then Troy will be there in the afternoon after he finishes up this for Kathy Benson. We want to maybe go over it a little bit, Jace.
Yeah, so
Do you want me to these pictures? Do you want me to open up any of the others?
those are just a couple extra things that they added in. So all the pictures should be there as long as they're the right ones.
Okay.
So basically everything, a lot of stuff downstairs was cut out or that one hole. They also had those cut out like some areas that they did work before, where they tried to cover up some old lights. It wasn't done very well. So I just kind of had to cut it out and redo it. That's what one of those are. So everything downstairs has topping on it, just needs sanding and texture, which texture is you can't really see here, but it's a stop brush. Fairly easy, simple one. That guy, so I had between the ceiling and the door frame is like just too small for a 6-inch. Luckily I had one that was already cut. So I'll give that to you in case you need. Okay, cool.
So kind of the rule with 6-inch is just cut them down. If you need something special, cut a 6 down. I do notice we're low on 6s, so we just need to stock that back up, but I mean, obviously if you cut a 6 up, keep it because odds are, and it'll be like a permanent fixture to your van. So it won't be like taken out. But yeah, so good that you have it.
So yeah. So, God, geez, they're all mixed up somehow. That guy's downstairs. That guy's also downstairs.
So all the downstairs stuff just needs sanded.
Do the walls have texture?
The walls are flat.
Okay.
So. And then that's the other side of that door frame. Again, just use that cut one. That one is not it does not have topping on it. I will say right above the door frame probably just needs a quick scrape before doing topping.
Okay.
Just because even with a cut 6-inch, it's not always the smoothest.
Yeah, does the other side need topping as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that needs topping, the other side of it needs topping. That one is in the living room. Living room, that one has topping on it. That one is just the other side of downstairs, that one already has topping. That guy has topping. You're going to need an A-frame for that one, mostly because it's in a little bit of an awkward position. I think.
Yeah. And that's all of them. So most of it has topping, it's mainly gonna be a lot of texturing. So is the only spot that doesn't have topping?
So
this
apparently
and the-
two. There's actually 2 other areas, but apparently they didn't get there were 2 that failed, and for some reason they didn't get put back in.
Gotcha.
That was the original
Yeah.
for the dark room, obviously.
You know, speaking of texture, I painted one yesterday. You know the one I'm talking about? The
Right.
ceiling.
So I did it.
Yeah.
Very fake. You know, I love ceilings, guy. Yeah, and really good looking.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was being sarcastic or?
No.
That's being serious.
Yeah. So obviously
My
got a paint
brush
chip
is
out.
also- My brush is squished.
So I've talked to Nathan about how to fix that. So we're hoping that that gets done here, so they're a little bit more. When you get a new one, it's just they're better maintained, like more like fanned out. No, seriously though, this looked. I think it's normal to sand a bit for painter's prep. Would you agree? Like for the sander to do some light sanding, not any heavy lifting at all in the sanding department. But so I did a little sanding on the edges and feather and things like that. But beautiful, it's perfect.
Thank you, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Look at that, I look a little squished because my brush was so flat.
Well, good job. Yeah. It's always exciting because we don't see our painted product too
Yeah,
frequently.
let's I'm kind of stupid. I don't have it up on my phone. Faster as
Just
well.
send it to me and I can throw it up.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah. So let me do that and then we can look at it.
Yeah.
And the paint in particular was like, wow, like it matched. Nice.
Did you go to Home Depot for it?
You know, I did, but they're one second, I can't do it.
No, you're getting distracted while you're trying to do something.
I just sent that over. But their like computer was down or something.
Uh-huh.
And so the high-end paint at Home Depot is like $70, right, or something like that. And so their computer was down, so I was like, oh, frick. And Sherwin-Williams is just right down the road.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just go there. And I got to talking to whoever was there, and she signed me up for an account. So we have a corporate account now at Sherwin-Williams, and a premium gallon there's $39.
Oh.
40 essentially.
Yeah, real good. paint.
Yeah, it's
And it's
some-
good paint.
Yeah.
And the match was like right there.
Right on.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Now we have-
if we can go to Sherwin-Williams, you just give the phone number. I don't really know, or the name of the company, and we'll get that premium pricing.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It does look really nice.
Can't even find
It's
anything
better
over
with
there.
paint now. It was a lot better with paint.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little stressful until it gets painted. You just gotta trust in your abilities,
Yeah, like,
bro.
The main thing about about a patch is, and we all know this one, I'm just going to say it, is the transition, right? So this is a shadow. That's not really anything, but whatever. Like right here, we had the patch somewhere. The patch
Yeah.
started and stopped right there somewhere, and I think we would be hard pressed to actually find it. You know, like you could maybe say there, but then it kind of comes up there and looks the same. But that was old stuff. Like you'd be hard pressed to really pick that one out. Like I'm sure you could, but really great job on that one.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
No, not at all.
Shit.
Now he's like, get out.
He's not used to getting compliments.
So it's fantastic.
And then Jason and I are on.
Was yesterday just a hot mess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I've never felt more unproductive in my whole life. Like, the amount of stuff I did, I could have just done in a half a day, but because, like, I only had a short amount of time to use the jiggler around that fireplace area, I did that real fast, quickly cleaned up, because, again, they're filming, and so I did that, and then I did, like, above that washing machine, this area right here, and I felt
Did
like...
you finish that?
Yeah, everywhere that I touched, minus jiggling out the fireplace, is done. I forgot to take a picture of the fireplace.
Now that I guess this goes without, well, I'll just say, but like she's gonna be super picky. Like
Uh-huh.
it has to be perfect.
Yes.
That's why we put so much time on these little things.
Yes.
So you're happy with the product?
Yeah, I felt really good about it, especially in comparison to this other freaking.
Like mud transfer lines and all that.
Yep, everything really turned out nice. This one was interesting. I think I might actually have a picture of it. Maybe. Oh, that's the same exact picture. Oh, maybe I didn't upload it. But, so this one right up in here, there was like that weird ugliness and a little bit of a hump there. So I was scraping it back and I was like, shit, it's metal right here. And it turns out that the previous people just tried to hit in like a screw or a nail, which is totally fine, but
Love
it
that.
wasn't minus. It wasn't minus, and it was a thick one. Like, and so they were working on coming upstairs to do some filming, so I was like, shit, I gotta hurry up and use the jiggler right here. So I got some pliers to hold on to it and just sat there for forever, just using the jiggler to try and get that screw out.
Oh, to cut it?
Because I couldn't, because there wasn't enough room right here to bang it in without hitting their nice stuff. So I was like, well, here we go. So I had to jiggle that out, and so yeah, and then I did that little corner right in here, and it does look really nice. There's just some weird shadows in here, and just the caulking is a little bit ugly. It just needs to be recalled. Which is funny because I plugged in a fan underneath this area. Bro, that bead is toast down there.
The bead?
Yeah, so like right here at this wall.
That's the table, right? In the creation room?
Yeah. So I went underneath that table in that creation room.
Oh, down below the
Down
bead
below
is?
it, it's toast. Like, it's way worse than anything they pointed out so
I
far.
wonder why they didn't.
They probably didn't notice it. because
Don't
it's
don't
down
point
below.
this stuff out.
I didn't. Yeah.
Because I think, see, it's tough because I think to be a nice guy like that is cool, but like this job already, like this area, 100% was never talked about in the tour, but it was so small that I was like, meh, who cares?
Are you sure? 'Cause I thought I
100%.
saw it in here.
Like all these pictures come from me,
Yeah, I know.
and unless I'm forgetful.
Right. I hate to be that smart ass, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I actually did see the originals. But dude, when it's easy
That's
to
interesting, I
forget.
don't remember that.
Well, it's easy to forget. I mean, everything around this that we're fixing are the littlest, tiniest things.
Yeah,
Like-
so tiny. Did you get that corner of the fireplace? That's actually very funny.
Yeah.
That you're like, oh yeah.
Oh
No,
no.
it's not even about that.
Yeah.
The fireplace, those little chip things by the rock, did you mess with that at all? The
Oh,
little, like,
no.
nook thing?
No, they were filming right there.
Okay.
And like the lady was like, too, when they moved upstairs, they were both upstairs and down in the gym, so I couldn't just go into the gym. They were going to be in there for the rest of the day, from what the lady told me. And she's just like, well, do you think you can work quiet in here? I'm like, well, the loudest thing is going to be my knife against that, and So I just had to wipe super quiet. Like they weren't talking at all except for the people in the film. It was so tough to work that quiet. And she's just like, I'm like, look, if you tell me that I'm too loud, that's totally fine, but I don't really have anywhere else to work. And she's like, well, you could go work in the laundry room. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do this little tiny strip all day. Like this for an entire day is wild.
What are they filming?
Some doTERRA or something. I don't know, they were filming them doing some yoga at the beginning, and then they were talking about how
They've been
doTERRA changed their life and whatnot. So like,
did Tara change our life?
yeah,
Let's
something
take it
along
easy.
that. I am not even joking. Like, they're like, my life was this and that. And I'm like,
Oh, let me
My
guess.
husband
They're
left me and I lost my job and Tara made it better.
let me guess. They're not actors.
yeah. I was at the top of the MLM, and now I make a bunch of money every month.
They were saying stuff like that.
No, that would be
That
crazy.
stuff pisses me off when I hear that.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know.
You guys wants the capital for them.
So, I did talk with Stephanie. It sounds like she does want this area today.
Okay. I think that's probably a full day by itself.
Yeah.
Because it's.
Well, there's me and Jace too.
So what if we get the tearaway bead? Somebody's doing the bead.
Mm-hmm.
Is it all jiggled out?
Yeah.
So it's just ready for like the putting it in?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe that's not all day. But we can get that put in.
Well, we have all these seams plus that really high thing. And are we up this like pole or whatever? It looked like there was some damage down at least this side of it.
Yeah, on the other
Down
side.
That whole thing. Are we doing that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, really, so like, I think we had like that bead area quoted at a full day, like that side of it.
Uh-huh.
So, if we look at it and feel, you know, that it's more than that, like, let's say we had to tear all that out,
Yeah.
then I think that's probably more than a day.
Like, are we talking like the right-hand side, if you would, for up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she actually reduced it just a little bit. On the tree side, where she said no about something, I don't know if you remember that exactly. There was a section she said, let's just wait until this
like
guy
a-
comes and
like
then we'll do it.
foam guy or
Yeah.
whatever the stuff is on there.
But the other side, so the first thing we need to see is, do we like the scissor lift?
Yeah.
Does it fit comfortably in that area?
Mm-hmm.
Then, when we're up, like, then we'll practice getting just up to the area. Am I comfortable now in the work area?
Mm-hmm.
So those all need to check off first before we even do it. Because if it's not, let's just say we're all the way up there and it's like you're reaching like this, it's like I'm not in love with that idea.
Yeah.
Like I want to be like, it's really comfortable to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to check mark all those off.
Yeah. I just feel like that plus however far that damage went down right there is a decent chunk of the day, and plus all these other scenes is a pretty decent chunk of the day too. So I just don't know how far we would get with
'Cause I-
Terry bead as well, but maybe.
Oh, well, so are you wanting to work that area today? That other area? Okay, well, that's fine too.
Yeah.
So, but we do need to have some tearaway. We need the, let's see what we have over here, but we might have to stop or I'll bring it to you or something. But there's two different, well, I'm sure there's lots, but there's several sizes of tearaway bead. There's a 1/2 inch and then 5/8. And so I want to bring both because looking at that, it looked like 5/8. If I had to guess, it probably is. And because that flat part of the tearaway bead fully covers the gypsum.
Mhm.
So we need that longer bit, so then they just caulk that where the metal beam is, so it looks finished.
Mhm.
So we want to make sure we have that larger there.
Okay.
So maybe we have some in stock, but, so that's right there 2 days, because that was a day and then that was a day.
Okay.
So then there's 2 of you, so then in theory, then this is done.
Yeah, that's the goal, and I think it's very reasonable.
How much do we have left after that?
So we have around this fireplace area, like I said, I've already jiggled this out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 walls where we're putting in a tearaway bead right here. There's above the piano.
Please tell me that they're moving the piano thing.
Yeah, they will be.
Okay.
And they were filming in this area too.
So baby there and
Yeah.
a super baby there.
Yeah, a little here, a little here. There's another one right here on the main level. These are all pretty high up, and then
Another ceiling.
I think this is a security door. Yeah.
Oh, you did do that.
I did start it. I forgot or I couldn't bring the fan over there because they were filming right there too. Like at this point, like at the end, so it just needs to be sanded. But from my understanding, it was mainly just these weird. little
100%, yeah,
nails.
those tiny
Okay.
babies, like, almost like, come on, like, who
Perfect.
cares about those?
Yeah, yeah. So and then just a little tiny. I don't know where the picture is. And then we
Up that,
have
like, hallway thing.
yeah, we have. It's hard to tell. I don't know what room that is.
There's probably gonna be a phase 2 around each one of those beams. Like, under the fire, above the wash machine, how there was
Yeah.
that little bit of imperfection. On all those beams, there's that.
Mm.
And so I can imagine on a phase 2. Oh, and we haven't been in this bedroom
Yeah,
yet.
she showed me yesterday.
Okay.
But the dude was super sick or something like that.
Okay.
so.
This may be cut out. Maybe.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just, once we start like messing with it, we can understand.
Yeah, and then there's that beam right outside of it too.
You're telling me that his doTERRA oils didn't immediately make him better?
Correct.
How many days do we have scheduled after today?
2.
Yeah, 2 to finish. So if we can get,
I just think that the slowest part is because there's so much that's up high and it's going to be moving A-frames around.
so if we can have the gym done today, that leaves the tearaway bead, that leaves the piano, and then that other area, and that leaves the bedroom and that little thing. So that would be 2 days worth. So I could see right now maybe a half a day out on.
Yeah, I just feel like we got screwed yesterday. Like,
Shouldn't have known.
I mean, bring some just in case.
I'm gonna have some, especially like I don't think Tyler will run out. The ladder today, we're just gonna open the gym. It's all low except for my area.
It's all low acceptance.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I like how nicely you put back all the farmer's market stuff.
Thank you. You always put it away so pretty.
I try. That's my ADHD and OCD.
All together to form the perfect man.
I'm a little cold.
Yeah, me too.
It's coming.
Windsor and dragons.
And dragons.
I'll show you dragons.
Dragon these.
I was just about to make it, but alright.
You said that you haven't cut 6 inch, right?
You guys cut a 6-inch lip.
10 snips.
It's not always easy, so that should be absolutely perfect.
Okay, nice.
The only thing
Or is their nickname Dykes?
why?
Oh, sorry, Sam. Turn around.
Did you ever submit those changes to the villager? I just need the one cut. Oh, no, I need,
There. So I grabbed a stack of runners, but I'm probably gonna grab a stack of big boys too.
Alright.
Oh, here's that green blue stuff.
Yeah, you're supposed to eat it, I think.
Nice.
It's like a, you know those candies that are like the squeezable candies? It's like that.
Whoa! Like the old-fashioned Flintstone push pops.
Oh, I love those.
those. You remember those, kid? Oh, yeah.
And the funny thing is it's made by Saint Gobain again. My mom works for Sage Glass, which is owned by Saint Gobain. They're all over the place, man.
There's more snips. So sip of mine, mine's the second one.
They're left-handed ones?
They're red, one's yellow. Normal ones. The center cut, yeah. It's so hard to cut, like ink that turns on and stuff.
Weird.
We gotta just hear my snips change, my brain goes through.
I've not seen any. Check the drawers.
Let's see what else we need.
The pony.
What you got, buddy?
How's that?
What's that?
This guy? You want the cinnamon almond?
Oh, yeah.
Something just like this. It's like a yummy graham cracker.
I have the internet.
Hey, don't be snooping in my van.
Swap out mine.
Taking St. Jason's. Took the ladder out of there the other day. I know. Yeah, and now they're both he thinks Jason's van is never getting his van is that's what it is.
be here tomorrow, Nathan, so
Okay.
next week we'll put it in.
Sweet.
Are you, swimming up? You headed somewhere? Seemed like you were gathering supplies.
Oh, well, kind of, I guess. I'm going to, fix that sign. Half inch stairway here. Yeah, so this side here is the, so like, this is how you put it right there. Okay, and that's the finish there. Back then. Screw it. Anyway, they have one covered. Half inch would be fine for the fireplace. I'm saying so like this one. This here is the stairway part. You. Oh, I had that. So this is the stairway part. So you come up this side, and then that will go off. So the reason this is on is because when the mud likes to transfer over structure.
That is all the way down at the end.
Oh, and you're not.
That's Jason.
It transfers over, so you do your finish work and you get. So I need to get before, well, they're not working that one, they don't need to get like that one. And that was like. So I'm gonna go fix that sign.
You're out of 45 minutes again. 45 minutes, you think that was consumption?
They were talking about that the other day. So we really need to concentrate, you guys, on this stuff. Let's do that sign, you don't want to take it.
James, Tyler, Troy, Tyler, Troy. she is.
You got it? The other side I don't. So we'll just take the crap out of it, and it should be. Talk away. Question marks in that box. No. Not weird. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't remember that part. Remember they spoke on a shot like this, I don't know if it's appropriate to like stand in front of the camera, kind of like narrate it, or do a voiceover. What's your initial thought? Oh, maybe a narrative voiceover might help. We're figuring it out as we go. Explaining what's going on. It's this far back, barely shot rock.
All right, so what I'm doing here is Gavin put together kind of a, when we first get to the job site, we're gonna hand this little form out. We're gonna have this printed out probably like, I don't know what size, like maybe something like that size. And so that way, these are kind of expectations, what the customer can expect of us at the beginning of a job. So that way the expectations are met. So I'll post this somewhere so you guys can see it, but I'm just gonna read it out loud. And I'm just trying to make sure we like it before we send it off to print. So hey there, we are happy that you have trusted us with making your home whole again. Here at All Four Walls, we have a team of highly trained and trusted employees who take pride in their work. We are excited to work in your home today. Here's a couple things you can expect from us as we are working in your home. So just a nice introduction. I think most people won't read this, but we just kind of want to lay that foundation of, again, we're trusted, we're loyal, we have documentation, paperwork, and even if nobody reads this, I think that just a handout just makes it feel better. And again, we're just trying to show our process of how we're doing this. So then we just have some bullet points here. Professional work. All of our technicians have gone through extensive training in order to help us deliver the best drywall repair in the state, which I firmly believe in. Tarp coverage. We lay down tarps in the area where we are working to help keep tidy workspace. Clear communication between you and us. A nice new repair, then when painted, you won't even know there was a hole there. Sometimes we have a project that will last more than one day, and on occasion the repair will only be on its beginning coats, so it may look a little rough until we get back to finish the layering, leaving a nice finished product. That, I think, was the biggest, one of the main reasons I wanted to have something like this is, so how we do repair, because at least in my opinion, we've maximized efficiencies, that the first couple layers don't need to look good at all. It's functional, it's structural, and the viewing of it is pointless, or the attraction of it. So sometimes, we're on the very first layer with something and it looks horrible, and then we leave for the day and then come back, and potentially that customer's looking at that repair thinking, oh no, did I hire the right company? Because it looks really bad. So I wanted to have just kind of a statement in there expressing that, and the technicians kind of know to say that as well, but now we'll have kind of double ways that, hey, listen, when we're done, it will look good. Same with cleanliness. Here's another one. While some dust is expected, we do a good cleanup at the end of a job. This includes vacuuming the work area, wiping down any dropped mud that may have gotten on the baseboard or other areas. Every product that we use is water soluble and will easily clean up with a wet rag. A paint sample from the area we work in, just in case we don't paint. Let me actually show you that. That's kind of interesting. So I put together these baggies. Let's see if that'll focus on us. Come on. So these little baggies with the stickers on it, and really what I anticipate with this is, so we're gonna get, if we can paint the project, great, but we're gonna put a little core sample in this thing, and what's gonna happen with this? If I give you a paint chip that's nice and in a clear bag like this, where are you going to put this? You're going to put this in your junk drawer, and you probably will keep it forever because it's important, and it has all of our information on it. So same with our closing paperwork packet. I don't think I have any sitting here. Oh, here we go. So at the end of each job, we give something like this, and there's some just crap in it that they're gonna say, put this in their junk drawer forever, because this has our warranty in it, and there's some other things in here. And they'll almost be afraid to throw it away. So that is just a kind of a dual thing. So every time they open that drawer or whatever, they're gonna see our name. And really the most important part is the word drywall repair, because that is what we are, that's the trigger word. So if their friend or family or themselves, oh, I have drywall repair. Oh yeah, I there's something in my junk drawer. Oh yeah, Company All Four Walls. So, so anyway, this was talking about paint. So we also have that, because it's all about the eyes. If you can get people to look at you, you've won. Paint sample will be left. Closing paperwork packet will be given after the job is completed. That goes in depth on the 1-year warranty. So, and that's really what makes people keep this, is because this isn't the right one, but this here is the warranty, and this they wouldn't want to throw away. And even this has all our information on it. So let's say they toss this but keep this, all our information's still there. And again, we're trying to have something that they never throw away or they're scared to throw away. And then just the final conclusion here. While we are working, we ask that you don't leave children under the age of 18 alone while we are working. If you have any pets that like to run out the door or aggressive animals, put them up. Thank you again for choosing All Four Walls for your drywall repair. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to the technician at your home or give the office a call at. So that's that, and I'll put a little screenshot in there if that interests you, or link it or something. I'm new at this. So, but curious, reading over that, I mean, just even your view, would you change anything? But I think we're pretty happy with this. We're going to send this off to print. I'm going to do a few bold letters where it's like just a couple of things stand out, so a little bit of emphasis. We kind of have, so it'll be shrunk down. The meat of this is a little bit yellowy, so that way it kind of looks, let's see if, like this guy, if you can see this. Come on. There we go. So like you kind of see the yellow there. So it kind of gives it a more just kind of visual look. So anyway, that's what we're doing with that. He has B-roll. Because like I don't really know how to B-roll very well, but he can categorize and put everything in spots. And so if we can keep it, so 100 gigs is going to be used up in 3 days if we're filming. Because I could see an hour a day. Not that we're going to post an hour a day, maybe not, I don't know, but like whether it's weekly upload or something, but we're still going to film a ton and then cherry pick what we want in it. Like maybe the morning meeting today was like trash, and I'm recording now. Maybe the morning meeting today was trash, I'm like, we don't want that. Mm-hmm. Or maybe while they were loading van up, they're like, yeah, we don't want that.
So my initial thought, like, if this was me spearheading the project, this is what I would do myself. So if we want to, like, let's say, mount a webcam, that it's just quick, like, oh, something's going on. Mm-hmm. I'm not just sitting here staring at the screen. Like, there could potentially be, like me sitting here typing, I wouldn't be recording that per se, because like the chance of something at all, period, of spiking, no phone call, no external whatever, it's going to be dead space. Mm-hmm. I don't think that there would be anything there. There is a chance that like Nathan could just walk in randomly and then there could be something.
Yeah. Well, those like fun quips, or if that's the right word, I think would be entertaining. But also like I envision more like in there, because I originally was recording just looking at it and I was like, well, I'm silent, but I'm doing my head doing the work. Mm-hmm. So I need to talk out loud. So like while you're putting, like if let's say there's a webcam or something on you this way, or maybe like this, maybe there, so they can kind of maybe see the screen, or they see at least movement. They don't necessarily what's specifically happening, but they see like scrolling and crap.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're narrating like, okay, I'm now adding this code over here, and you just kind of are talking out loud, which I know is going to feel weird at first. I think people would get into that.
I could do something like that. The only concern I have there is if we have the screen shown. Look at all of this numbers.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So maybe it's more of like this way, and you're just like, but you're still talking out loud, and maybe then.
We could put it like there, because this is pretty much my communication screen. So if it's there, we can
But I don't
get
want
it
to see
at
your
right-
face, because it might be boring to see the back of your head, and they might scroll away. Like you would have, if they're seeing the back of your head, which is fine, you would have to overdo hand gestures, I think, and your voice, like make it over. But if they can see your face and kind of like whatever, I think that would be more entertaining.
Well, there's no way that we can do, not that I can think of off the top of my head. There's no way we can have where you could see any kind of screens and see my face. It would have to be like a wide angle, and it'd have to be like right here or right here to be able to get both of this.
Well, if you're like when you're putting together like those Excel things, I don't necessarily know if there's like specific information on there. Or, I mean, you could share it, like I know I'm being recorded, I can't have like so-and-so's information up, or in post we can chop it out.
I do want to throw out too, like, especially like, you know how you're sitting there and you're like, it's silent. A good producer, whatever, is probably going to have just like an ambient noise.
Yeah.
Just where it's not silent, and what I mean by that is, and I just want to.
But it is just me right now, you know, so like I'm not that,
Right.
you know.
And I'm just going to use this as an example.
Like even this, I wonder if they can see this information.
Not sure. But
I'm serious.
this right here.
Yeah, my thought
There is something. It is not dead silence. It's not overbearing by any means. Does it interrupt our conversations? But like just a subtle sound like this in the background to like break silence.
This is Jace here. Hopefully he's not like, I fell off.
Oh no.
Hey, what's up?
Not a whole lot. Just had a really small problem. So you know how we were planning on just working in the gym all day?
Yeah.
So that area that we need the scissor lift for. Well, the scissor lift. One, it's a model that it's like a type that neither of us have ever used before. And also, it's like Stephanie was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have somebody come down to show you kind of how to use it. But she's like, but also we've been having problems with it not really working.
Did I not call that? I 100% called this. I called this 100%. So is it totally like dead?
I mean, we
Did
have
I not call that?
touched it I think you did, but I mean, we could try to figure it out. Like, we haven't really touched it because we're both just like, I don't know how to use this thing. We've never used.
Can we switch over to the corner bead? If I go get you some tearaway bead for that fireplace area, do you think you could work that area?
I think that is. Samson's wearing a seat, like, grab some tearaway bead for us if we could work in that area. In the fireplace area? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would.
So why don't you both start front cutting and messing with that gym area just to have some, because I'm going to be an hour. I need 10 minutes to go get it, 10 minutes back, and then 10, 15 up to you. So I'm going to be an hour until I'm actually bead in hand, you know, to you.
All right.
So.
While you're, let's see, could you, sorry, give me just a second, I need to talk with you about something.
Say it again.
Do you think we should have an apron as well? Maybe, I think I'm easy. Fair enough, it's just going to be an hour, so. Maybe. Do you think you could also bring us an A-frame?
Yep.
We didn't think that we were going to be needing needing one, but we might have the time to use it.
Yeah, I'll have one with me.
We possibly can use it soon. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you.
All right, see you, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Fucking future reader is what I have.
I would, while you're there, because it's gonna mean so much more, in person, I would definitely have that side conversation with Stephanie and be like, hey, like yesterday, our guys really had to work inefficiently because they were trying to stay quiet, respectful of your guys' agenda, what you got going on. Now we're running into the problem with the scissor lift. I just want to emphasize, like, our guys are really being throttled and they're not able to work at their peak efficiency as they normally would, just so that you have that in your mind if we have to do extensions.
So I totally will. My thought is probably that corner beat area is just not happening. Like, we're gonna have to rent a scissor lift and bring it in, or something like that. I've been here before, you know.
Just head shaking stuff. Just going on, and I'll tell you too. So like Miss McKell had said, I will talk to her, repipe in the morning. That's all she said. Mentioned that. Just wanted to make sure that you're up to speed. So I responded to her, this morning, and I said, good morning, Miss McKell. I have already let repipe know that they need to coordinate with you regarding that final payment. What I was referring to yesterday was the invoice through us for that hole that was not covered by the repipe job. I'm here all day if you have any questions on it. The fact, I want to, like, we're between a rock and a hard place in regards to this one. Maybe it's the vindictive side of me, but it's like you said the other day, we need to stop the hemorrhaging. Our guys did labor. Our guys patched this gigantic hole. It may not be perfect, and by no means are you getting charged for what that normally would have been for a standalone project. We gave her a discount by basing it off of repipe hole prices anyway. Like, so my frame of mind is, if she wants to keep combating and everything like that, my frame of mind is, we have tried to make this right by you, and we're going to take off the discount that we have offered to you, and we will go for the regular price. And we'll report it to collections. That's my frame of mind.
So there's not really collections in this industry. It's more we'll lien the house. We can go to small claims, which for that is stupid. It's more you just eat it. But liening the
collections.
It's just. Oh, I guess I just don't know that particular process. But liening a home is just those terms, and she would get something official in the mail. It's very easy to do, and we have 30 days to do that from the start date. So from the moment we walked on that property, for the actual work, we have 30 days to file that lien. And just the process of that, and then getting a letter in the mail, or even saying that. But really that burns all bridges. Like, there's no coming back from once you say that, so really that needs to be like the last thing that's said.
Right.
Like, are you sure this is the direction? Whether we eat it to keep the relationship, whether we whatever, or like if we're really adamant about getting it, which I think possibly we are, then it's okay, this is the direction, are we still sure about this?
August 8th was the first day that we were there on property, so we are a little over a week to that deadline, if that is the case.
1, 2, 3, yeah, so next week would need to do it. All right,
Yeah,
well,
I won't go as far to say anything like that, but I know it's only like $260, or at this point, I just knocked it down to $130. I just did it in half just so that it would sound better to her. But to have this much resistance and everything, and she tried to scam repipe. Well, she tried to scam us
by claiming that those stuff was repiped before, and she got her way to have the one hole covered by repipe, and now it seems like she's just trying to get her way to get this one covered.
Yeah.
Yes, there's an issue, but you can't ignore the fact that some work was done. And the fact that we came back to make sure that everything was good.
We'll just give it the day or so. I mean, I think things are in motion, so I think we've done our play.
Yeah.
We'll see. So I got to run off and get that. I'm gonna take the truck, just because they need that ladder. So
This is probably 30 seconds to go over this. So, if we did a webcam, we got the files on the computer, what we could do, like I said, if this is me spearheading the project and I had to coordinate everything, you want to do this stuff at home. We would put the files from the day, at the end of the day, it would be an upload, it would go into the Google Drive. At home, you would take that file, we could probably, depending, we might need to get the more storage where we have at least that 100 gigs. That's 49 cents a
and
month.
this would be for transferring, but how do we keep it?
So we would transfer it at the end of the day. You would go home, you would take that file from the drive, and at your house, I would get one of these My Passports external hard drives.
Yeah.
You can get one, these ones that I'm seeing here, I'm sure Best Buy has bigger, but 4 terabytes.
That's a lot.
You rip that file off and it houses and it stays in that external drive. And that way, and these are great because let's say you did 2 weeks from now, you hired a producer and you're like, hey, I want, you to work with this stuff. You could either get a second one and clone it, or you could take this physical thing, you risk, the fact that all of it is housed there, but you could take this physical thing and say, here you go, here's everything.
Because I think keeping, well, because a video guy would know what to keep and what not to keep, but I just don't.
So that would be my plan of attack if I was coordinating and spearheading everything.
I think that sounds like a good idea. Well, I'm gonna
Alright, have
go,
fun with those guys. We'll see you when you get back.
Wish them in your teeth, baby. Alright, peace out.
Alexa, play Zach Bryan.
I have another lens ordered, so it'll be more of a wider view. But it comes in on the 6th, which is like end of next week or something like that. So I just wanted to show you guys what I'm gonna do. And it's real important to remember that, like, if you don't do something in a business, it doesn't get done. So this is an AC unit, and the mushrooms here. Okay, this is our mushroom room. So we have our humidifier hooked up, and it comes and then humidifies here, and then we have like O2 hooked up, so it can suck proper and CO and everything. So, but we need to start cooling this room. Honestly, it's getting winter, but still, nonetheless, because king mushroom and things like that. And I'd appreciate any comments on how we can film this better, because I think that would be helpful. But we're going to hook up this AC over here so it kind of blows in to cool this room. For a while we had just an AC in there, but all the humidity ruined it. So we need to make sure that the unit itself doesn't have moisture on it, but just the cold gets blown in. So that's what I'm going to do. Focus up. Alright, so my goal is to cut a hole. That's what's happening. So we want 18 to 25. 18 to 25 feet. It's gonna be noisy one. Then we could drywall it, or wood. That's probably good. So if we do 13. So I'm gonna box it out, I think. So air can come out. So I need 2 13s. I'm gonna go cut that up.
Big old button, lovely,
We're done pretty good. So we want 7 and 3, I guess. 7 and 3.
Mr. Rico, what?
So kind of the thought here is we want AC pumped into this room. And so we got this thing. I don't mind that the heat is gonna bleed off into here. You can't really see me. I don't mind that the heat's gonna bleed off into here. I just want that room cooled. And I don't really mind that it's not like fully sealed. Because it's just not that big of a deal. Like this is a really big room. This is a small room, and we're gonna have it on a timer. So with this particular AC, which I like, if it powers off, like unplug and then plugs back in, it just turns back on to the same settings that it was. So we're gonna have it on a timer. Can you see it in the shot? No, you can't. We have this digital timer that you can like run for infinite. I mean, you can program it however you want. So that's how we're gonna like control it, because this won't sense the temperature in there, so it'd be on 24 hours, and we don't want that. We're just gonna kick it on, and I don't know yet what, but 10 minutes an hour or something. I mean, it's getting winter, so that part doesn't really matter, but we really want to grow king mushroom as well, and king mushroom only pins at like 65 degrees or colder. just roughly. And so that's the reason for this. And it's just really important in a business to understand that if you don't do it, it doesn't get done. And I think that's a really important lesson that, and it seems basic, right? But if you don't do it, it doesn't happen. So you really need to build systems to do things. So I cut out the hole, as you've seen, and then I got the woods here. Oh, we cut little pieces of wood. And then, so it's kind of a fit. Like, it'll just kind of like go up to it or whatever. And this doesn't need to be airtight or nothing. I mean, if I wanted to, maybe I could caulk it and honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I do that. Like, because the AC part doesn't ever need to move. Yeah, it doesn't ever need to move. So maybe I could caulk it into place. It's fun when you're problem solving like this, because I don't know what I'm doing at all with this particular situation. I'm just kind of making it up as I look at it. And now that I'm looking at it, like, I like this idea, and it fits up nice there, but I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but you can still see the humidity coming out a little bit. That maybe I could caulk it into place, because it never needs to move, and then that solves some problems that we're talking about. And I don't need a lot of screws here. Bear with me, people. It's kind of cool though, right? If you don't do it, it won't get done. Let's do some more. Make this not. Okay. Alright, so we have that in. Now check this out. So when this goes up, I forget what we're seeing in the lens here. So that's flat. So I'm thinking it just goes up like that. And now it's kind of flat there. You see that? So, and this doesn't ever need to move. There's no need. I'll need to clean the filter every once in a while, so that will need to be able to get to, but I don't, if I like caulk this in, I don't see a disadvantage of that. I don't think. Trying to understand what to do here. Plug it into that. I wonder if this had a remote to it. But anyway, I guess, you know, you guys get the idea. So, let me flip this beautiful thing around. So that's essentially it. And then in this, oh, this is kind of a fun thing, what I'm thinking. So I don't want it to stay open forever. Come on, focus, baby. So what I'm gonna do is essentially get like a piece of paper. I'm just grabbing a piece of paper. And this obviously is not what's happening. But I'm gonna get like a piece of paper. And because this doesn't need to be efficient. And then I'm just gonna screw it on the top side or whatever, and then it'll just kind of flop up when the wind's going. Like I'm just holding it and the wind's doing that. So I'll pin it on the top side like that, and then the air will force the air in, and then when it turns off, it'll kind of semi-close itself. So that's it. So one more thing we have done today.